How you doing, Derek?
I'm doing well. How are you?
It's been a minute.
It has been. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you, and Happy New Year's to our listeners and people on the podcast. Now, y'all. I think they've really been waiting for us because I recently looked at some of the analytics, and they're like still like watching and listening just on the podcast.
Very
YouTube
good.
is doing great, but yeah, the the audio listeners, I'm just like, okay, not y'all waiting for us. Like, yes. And first of all, welcome to the show. This is the Darren Green Show, 150th episode. What's going on? It's a lot that's happened. Okay, I know there's a lot that you got going on, Derek.
Yeah, it's been a very interesting month.
Mm-hmm.
I think our last show was what, like before Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. We've been gone for 2 months, child.
We were going for 2 months. I mean, I felt like it was too long because it's just like I was so used to having a conversation for like a couple hours with someone, just talking about topics and stuff like that. So it was just like I kind of missed that, but I knew I had to go for that time being because I had to graduate, in which it's here. I'm officially done with schooling. Okay,
Yes.
right.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Like I when I tell you, I was like, look, I don't know if I'm coming or going. I was so stressful, and in the grand scheme of things, like I was overreacting. Like them grades came in, I was like, oh wow, not all A's. Nah, I was acting like I was like in danger to failing this. Like it really was good.
You got all A's
on
the way out? You did your big one?
Yes.
Very good.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. It was like a few A's, but yeah, no. Okay.
Like, yeah.
Doesn't matter. You got out of there.
Well, no, my animation class really scared me. Like when I tell you the animation class, I was like, I don't know how to do this. This ain't Toy Story. But we got through it. I did the projects and I've applied. I've just moved this full sale. So I'm home, as y'all can tell. Currently looking for jobs and applying. I actually did an interview this Monday to a radio station.
Well, good luck.
I know. I'm really hoping I get this job. But I also been applying other places too, because you can't keep your eggs in one basket or whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm just expanding. I'm applying to different places like in New York and Philly and in my area as well. Yeah. What you been working on? I know you've been doing a lot, honey. You've been doing it.
Jesus. Well, since our last show, I think I performed again. Which was a very, very good performance. I've been releasing clips and stuff like that on Instagram. Speaking of Instagram.
Oh, yeah. What happened?
They took my page. I don't know what happened yet. I sent in an email to Instagram support or whatever. Facebook messaged me back last night, and I had to send them like a picture with a code or some shit like that. But
right.
But yeah, like they took my page down in the middle of my live. And it's been down for like 2 days. So I'm working on getting my page back. So I can continue to promote the projects I'm working on. I've moved, as you can see.
Yes.
New background. So we started off the new year in a new place and love it. Absolutely love it. Still working on music. Like you said about don't put all your eggs in one basket. I did that recently. I was so hopeful for a new job. Even though I'm not a fan of like having to split my time and energy at the moment when I'm in the midst of like my projects. I feel like it's gonna take away that creative energy because I'll be focused on. Because when I'm working like like I fall all in. But yeah, so I was excited about that, and then that didn't happen. I turned down 2 other jobs during that whole process, and I was just like, God damn it. But all things happen for a reason.
Right.
Still be positive.
Exactly.
The best, right? The best is still yet to come. I had a photo shoot yesterday that was outstanding, and I can't wait for you guys to see the results of that. But yeah, other than that, just been trying to stay centered in this crazy universe where all this weird stuff is happening.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna just say this. I know it's not on the docket, but Betty White is dead. Sidney Poitier is dead. Corona and influenza had a baby. Okay, Miss Florona. And it's just like it's a lot. It's a lot.
You said Corona had a baby.
Corona had a baby. They had a baby. Florona. The reports came out yesterday from Israel.
I'm like, yeah, and I'm just like, how could it get any worse? I'm like, not me trying to chip face. But like,
if you can't beat them, join them. So,
like, what is going on? Like, it's just it will never stop mutating. Let me knock on wood because I don't want that. Something else gonna come out after in the next foreseeable future. You know, it's really aggravating, but we should have did a lot. And I'm not blaming. I'm placing blame on anybody, but like, social distance. Put on that mask. Get vaccinated. Like, it could have alleviated a lot of bullshit. And I also hate how certain cities, like when we came here, because we had to get COVID tested because there was somebody in our vicinity that had caught COVID. So it was like, oh my God, like we had to go and get like a test. But all the rapid tests in most of the pharmacies in our area were sold out, and all the scheduling, because this was like before Christmas, I believe. So we were like, oh my God, like what the hell happened? But there's like a place where you can go, we have like an arena where they were having like rapid testing, but it's like it's the whole fucking city because everybody else, their rapid tests are sold out, so everybody's there. So it just was a big inconvenience, and then we found out we didn't have it. So it was like, damn, now it feels like a waste of time. But like, damn, shit is just not readily available. But let me stop ranting on that.
Yeah, it's still a pandemic.
Yeah.
So I'm just waiting on the next piece of the shitstorm. What's next? You just sitting like, what is next? So, but yeah, stay grounded, stay focused on your journey.
Yeah, and I'm still, even if this doesn't work out, because like when I was going through, because the thing about it is though, crazy thing about this interview, this is the first time where I felt like, okay, this was like me selling myself as a someone to work for a company. Like I did a good fucking job. Like there was questions that I was answering and he was like, oh my God, like he was telling me like, because basically the thing is I'll announce music regularly, but then I'll also produce this show that has to do with pop culture. They say you gotta be a pop culture maven or whatever. He asked me to give him a couple topics that are recurring right now. And at the time, I was talking about Betty White and then the whole situation with Antonio Brown. And he literally said that's literally what we talked about like this morning. And then he got my air check. Like he literally said like he thought it was like from another station. I'm like, oh no, I did this at home. so it's not to be too confident, but if I get it, it's definitely earned because I did that.
Very good. You'll be fine.
Yeah,
you'll be fine. So what else is going on in the world?
Well, you said on the docket, child, Tristan Thompson done had a baby on Chloe.
Yes.
Now, what happened? What happened? Well, we know happened. We know what happened.
We know what happened. Tristan Thompson was being Tristan Thompson. So rumors had already been out about him, cheating on Chloe. Because I mean, when is there not a rumor about him cheating on Chloe? And I think it was like maybe 2 days ago or yesterday, where he sent like dozens of roses to Chloe. Right, that was a media thing. And then that same day is when he hopped his ass on Instagram.
Okay.
And let us know that the paternity test came back that he's the father of the baby with Mara Lee Nichols, who's one of the girls he cheated on her with. She had the baby in November.
Poor child.
Yeah, and he, I think it was in his Instagram stories where he apologized to Chloe, saying she doesn't deserve this embarrassment, and that his actions don't represent how he feels about her. and that she deserves more respect and blah, blah, blah. It was like a little PR stunt to kind of get ahead of the blow. I'm just like, Chloe, at this point, this is ultra embarrassing now. Like,
are you not embarrassed?
like, why? Like, are you not embarrassed? This is embarrassing. Like, just let this man go. There are other black men out there that you can destroy. Just
Not other black men that you could destroy. This man is destroying her. I mean, is it a bad thing? Ooh, let me stop.
is it the karma? People say there was the karma because listen, he had a pregnant girlfriend when he started messing around with Chloe. He was I think her name was Jordan Craig. Jordan Craig was pregnant and even suffered pregnancy complications after she found out that he moved on with Chloe. And we don't know what he told her. Like, you know, men like that probably master manipulators and, you know, smooth talkers and the wooers or whatever. He probably got, you know, great sex. Who knows? But for whatever reason, Chloe cannot shake that man. I think it's something about her that she doesn't want to have like multiple baby daddies or something. Or like she just wants it to work so bad.
Honey,
but she's looking like a fool.
Yeah. And it's like, did she say anything? Like, did she say, "Oh my God, he's done"? Or I don't know. She said something about like, "I don't know if I can love again." So that's, you know.
Yeah.
Hopefully
I don't know. We'll see. This may be something that they'll talk about on another episode of whatever new show they may create.
Right, because aren't they doing like a new show that's going to be on one of the streaming platforms?
Probably. I mean, they're the Kardashians. I think they're always going to be in some form of media. Hell, they may come out with a whole new video game about this shit. Who knows?
Not a video.
There may be a Tristan baby mama Snapchat filter coming out. I mean, at this point,
I mean, it's getting to the point where it's like, come on, Chloe. Now, I will say this. At some point, and I know that everyone's looking at Chloe like this is embarrassing, but like Tristan, like, what is your problem? We got to figure out what that is.
A problem? He's a cheater. He is not emotionally or mentally equipped for monogamy.
But see, why fake it though? Like, because it seemed like no one's making you be with this woman. Like, you can tell her like, hey, this ain't gonna work out, or it just, to me, some people like to live in suffering.
Right. But I don't think that him cheating on her means that he doesn't want to be with her. I think him cheating on her, from what we've seen, is that he wants to be with her. He just also wants to be able to fuck other people. Well, and that's a conversation they need to have.
It's called an open relationship. It ain't that hard. There's a lot of people that's doing it nowadays.
Right.
You know, and it seems to be working for some people. It obviously doesn't work for Chloe.
Right.
So find somebody it does work with. I don't know. I feel like this is like this is a 7 day a week, you know, situation with the Kardashians. Oh, someone did this. Chloe, Tristan, they done did. I'm like, child, what else is going on? What's Kim doing?
I don't know. Kim is dating Pete Davidson.
Yeah. She unfollowed Miley Cyrus. Because my thing is this: why is Miley Cyrus and Pete, like, they are doing whatever they're doing, some kind of show or something like that, some kind of promo for a show, and like, I guess Kim unfollowed Miley. I'm like, child, what's going on with that?
Why? You didn't watch the New Year special, the Miley Cyrus's New Year special, hosted by her and Pete Davidson, where she had a Janet Jackson moment. She was in singing, was it Party in USA or something like that, and her top fell off.
Yeah, I've seen clips of it. I didn't see the whole thing.
I was watching it live, and I was just like, wait a minute, did she just lose her top? And she just kept singing and walked her ass right on backstage to go change.
Not a Janet Jackson.
But she's getting canceled, right? They ain't canceled Miley Cyrus for showing her titty on live television.
Okay, let's get into it. But apparently, what Kanye West is like, live right next door to them or something like that, or next door to Kim.
Yeah, he bought the house across the street.
Yeah, I mean, it's
getting weird.
It's getting
it's getting weird.
Not over her. Well,
but he can say, but I mean, he wants to be close to his children. So I mean, in a sense, that's not creepy. It's like, oh, okay, well, that'd be great. You can leave your mommy's house and then go across the street and see your dad and stay over there for a couple of days. And it sounds ideal to have your family and your village close together. I personally just think it's weird.
Yeah. I don't know. He apparently somebody else, child. Some other person, child.
Who was somebody else? Kanye?
Mm-hmm.
He was somebody else, but he keeps saying he want his wife back. Like he's singing and trying to woo his wife back. But
you know Kanye two-faced, child. Two whole faces.
Anyway. The whole Kardashian universe is upside down.
Yeah.
So what else is going on?
What else is going on? Well, you know, a lot of people was talking about this on this week actually. Asian Doll was trending on Twitter. Okay. Now, it happened after she walked off of this podcast called the Fresh Fit Podcast. It's very popular. Well, I wouldn't say very popular, but it's kind of people know about it on YouTube. These are the same. What?
I'm mad that you said I won't say it's popular, but people know about it. There's shade.
I'm just saying, like a lot of people watch it, you know, to get some type of, because I feel like everybody get on these platforms and they want to follow the Kevin Samuels blueprint. Yeah, and when you get into their show, it's very Kevin Samuels-esque, but I mean, at least he has a little bit of substance. But anyway, that's besides the point. They got on this show, and apparently, Asian Doll got into it between the co-hosts, one of the co-hosts, because she was like, I guess, talking during the show or whatever, or she was having like side conversations multiple times. So that like caused him to like, you know, be like, shut up, and this, that, and the third. And they go back and forth, and it gets real, like, you know, if you know about the Fresh and Fit podcast, it was like, I think a couple months ago where like one of the co-hosts, not the co-host, but one of the guests allegedly put a gun out on what's his name, Academics. I don't know if you heard about that, but that happened. Like, so this show it gets there, like it gets real like aggressive when arguments. It's like one of those Battle of the X's type conversation pieces. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that happened, and she, you know, she walked off. You know, she was like, I ain't dealing with that. She was trending on Twitter because they resurfaced like other, and this is where the conversation kind of layers, because they initially like resurfaced a couple of videos of them like really like talking crap about Black women, right? Like saying that, oh, one of the comments were, oh, well, I don't do the Shaniquas, or I'm not into the nightlife, and this, that, and the third, talking about dark-skinned women. So that kind of put a real big like magnifying glass on the show. So they responded and was like, oh, well, it's my preference. Right. So that's kind of what a lot of people were talking about. I mean, I know a lot of people like Joe Budden was talking about it. Like there was people on social media, you know, TikTok usually. It's a mess. My whole thing with the conversation about his preference or whatever, it's just like that wasn't the conversation. You are being challenged because people are posting like resurfaced videos of you coming for Black women, like preference or not.
Right. Well, I mean, even researching their show, and like I saw a tweet that said no Black girls need to be going on the Fresh and Fit podcast. That's it. Let those ding dongs talk amongst themselves with their white girls. And like a lot of the tweets say that they are really anti-Black and anti-minority women.
Yeah.
Because of their patriarchal and misogynistic like attitudes. But I think that, you know, it's a conversation that has to be had because there are other people there are still people who think like that. And I mean, it's sad, but having Black girls being okay with going into those spaces to defend themselves, I think it's admirable. So I applaud Asian Doll for going, and I also applaud her for walking away.
Because
she was being disrespected.
She was like, it's way worse. But my
thing is, that's Queen Vaughn. Y'all better be glad that place didn't get shot up.
Oh, not. But like I said, someone already done put out a gun on DJ Academics. The thing about it is though, if I understand, like as a podcaster's perspective, like if somebody's having side conversations and you know, this is in most cases people listen to it, so it's like I'm not listening to this if it's mad people talking and it's commotion, it's messing up the energy. Turn off their mics. You get what I'm saying? Like there could have been other ways to get around that, or maybe have like or start an environment. You had them on the show. Obviously, they were a guest, so like talk about things that included them in it.
Yeah.
it's just it just goes back to what I said about people just getting a microphone and just saying whatever.
Welcome to the world of podcasting.
Not the world of podcasting. At least have some type of like, you rehearse. You done got some notes on the side. I don't know. I mean, it's really weird.
Well, y'all better let them Don Imus niggas go. Let them go.
I don't know, child. Well,
what else is going on?
Aaliyah.
Yes.
She's supposed to be dropping. Well, they're supposed to be dropping her Unstoppable album this month. We don't particularly know when, but it's supposed to come out in January. That's what her uncle said.
Maybe for her isn't her birthday this month?
Is it? I don't know. You the Aaliyah fan, child. Well, anyway, Barry Hankerson recently went on the Geno Jones show.
Her birthday is on the 16th.
On the 16th, okay. But they spoke about like how the album will have appearances from The Weeknd, Drake, Snoop Dogg, Future, Neo. Yeah. So the fans aren't happy about that. Now, there's already fans that are like, "Oh, I don't know why they're doing an album. She's not around." We talked about that before. But the main argument that fans are having is that people feel that the Unstoppable album will lack R&B representation, and people don't want to hear an Aaliyah project that sounds too hip hop, right? And they want an album with female artists, opposed to a feature list that's male dominated.
Right.
Is this a valid argument?
I mean, people gonna want what they want. They don't have nothing to do with the music, but I would think that if y'all were gonna put out, or if they were gonna put out another posthumous album from Aaliyah, I would expect in my brain, if there was gonna be a feature, I would expect Missy Elliott to be on it in some type of way. You know what I mean? Like the people she's worked with before, or some of the new girls who are operating in her space. Like there could have been a song with Summer Walker or a Janae Aiko or Tinashe. Hell, y'all could have got Sierra on there. That would have been a moment. You know what I mean? Or anything that would have signaled to her legacy. In my brain, I'm thinking like The Weeknd. I don't know how that makes sense, but okay. I'm going to song with Aaliyah.
What I get the Poison song.
Yeah, I get Drake because Drake is like a super fan. Snoop Dogg, he knew Aaliyah. Future, I'm like, this toxic nigga, like, oh God.
Not Future. There was some of the tweets I wanted to look up. There was somebody that literally said, "Yo, if I hear drill sirens and Maybach in the background, I'm like, y'all need to stop." I mean,
I think it's pretty cool though if they do bring her into a space where it does sound current, or use or retool the music that she recorded, that hadn't been released, and tool it for the present, because I think it's part of expanding their legacy, so they have music that continues to play from here until forever. I think some fans, once the ride is over, you just want to bask in their glory, bask in the stuff that they left behind, and replay that and just stay in that moment. Because when you play around with new sounds, a lot of artists, even living artists, when they do their journey, they may try something or they start experimenting and people don't like it. And it turns the fans off. Like, why'd you change what was working? And blah, blah, blah. And so for her not to be here anymore, putting out a new album with newer artists can be kind of risky and tricky.
Yeah.
Pertaining to her legacy. Because what if this album comes out and it's trash? And we'll be like, I cannot believe this man literally put this trash album out and got that under Aaliyah's name. And but I think that any real fans are gonna listen, and support it as best as you can.
I mean, even just judging by like how Poison, the reaction with that song, they had to redo it because the sound wasn't where it needed to be, or her sound was like more. It was because they recorded it years ago, like it was years ago. And trying to put it over The Weeknd, and it sound different. As a sound person myself, I could tell when I was listening to it. I was like, okay, yeah, I don't know how this is going to work out with these newer artists. So just hearing that
and
season
the newer technology too. So
and the newer technology, exactly.
let's see. We'll see how it goes. I'm gonna take a listen. But our birthday's this month, so I wouldn't be surprised if they drop it
On her birthday.
on our birthday. See if we can get Aaliyah to top the charts one more time.
Well, didn't she was on the charts when they did the re-release. Now, see, I thought it was gonna stop there, but dang, okay, all right. Well, we'll see how it does. I mean, didn't they do like they did a release of like when Michael Jackson died, like they had an album for him, right? But it didn't do as well as the other ones. I think it was Escape.
Michael Jackson, Great Escape. Yeah, that was the last album he recorded. And that was the album he was going to be supposedly going on tour for with the This Is It tour.
Okay. So this is already in the works. It's not like unreleased stuff.
Yeah, that was the album that he was supposed to be touring next.
So this will be the first artist. Or I mean, did they do anything for Tupac and Biggie? They never did no unreleased stuff.
Yeah, I don't think that wasn't a thing back then. It was just like they're dead and all right.
Now they're dead and all right.
Like they're dead and all right.
So well, this will be the first artist that they do this with. Now, mind you, if it does well, I mean, you might get an unreleased Whitney or.
I mean, Whitney's on tour right now, so
I
wouldn't be surprised, right?
I mean, what do you say to the people that kind of feels, like it's a little weird?
I don't have anything to say to them. They're entitled to their feelings. They're entitled to feel however they want to feel. But I feel like
you had your thoughts with the hologram with Whitney. I mean,
I still have my thoughts with the hologram. I think it's kind of eerie to see.
Yeah.
It literally. I was watching some on YouTube last month, like watching some of the clips from the show with the dancers and the lights. I was like, it literally feels like you're watching a ghost perform. Like that's what it feels like. I'm like, people really paid full price tickets to go watch a Whitney Houston,
not a ghost,
CGI perform on a TV screen next to real people. I mean, for a fan who loves the music, like it is like.
I'm trying to see myself
those moments back.
If it was Nicki, like I'm trying to visualize it. I don't know because I don't
know about no ghost telling me. Like, I don't know about no ghost talking about you bitches make some noise. Like, wait a minute.
You gonna throw the mic to us?
Right, holding the mic. Me from the grave, girl. But no,
ciao.
I don't know. I probably would go if I get a chance to see her live in person. I'd be like, well, I mean, still Nicki Minaj. If I go to the club and you listen to the music and you rap along, you know what I mean. They not there then. So what's the difference? It's like it's like you're at a club where there's a stage and there's a big screen, and it's like watching a music video. That's what I'm gonna tell myself. It's like watching a new music video.
That's what I'm gonna tell myself
while I'm there jamming and singing the songs and reminding myself, like, okay, wait,
all right, well, let's backstage. Let's to the next, to the Whitney Houston stuff. I mean, I think I've seen some of it, but like I don't know. I guess I have to really be there to really feel it because it's like this is like I'm watching something like you said, CGI, like some kind of Toy Story or
It was very interesting. I was like, I was watching like, oh, that's interesting, like how they got her moves down and like the little special effects where she'll turn and like her clothes will change. It's like the very fairy godmother.
Not fairy godmother.
It's like yes, they turned Whitney into magic, and she's always going to be with us. So that's cool. But I thought it was weird when Michael Jackson performed at the BET Awards or the Grammys. He was dead, and they had the hologram performance.
I remember that. Yeah, I was like, honey. Well, we not gonna do.
Whoa.
No. Ciao.
But I mean, shoot, in my brain, I'm thinking like that's gonna be Beyonce's next visual album. Is that she's like Corona's still alive, but I want a hologram too. She'll be alive at the house.
Well, see, we might be getting to that anyway. I mean, with this whole metaverse thing on the rise, and there's a lot of artists that does like Fortnite performances. Yeah, like Ariana Grande did it. Travis Scott did it. Yeah, we never did talk about Travis Scott on the show. Yeah, that was.
What are we gonna talk about him for?
Well, I'm just saying we never got to because we wasn't on the show. But that's weird. But anyway,
I don't know what happened. What happened with him?
not what happened with him, the dang Astro World. I'm just saying we never got around talking about his situation, but it's too late.
Obviously. People are dying.
Not people are dying. Not you act like you forgot.
I did. I forgot. I mean, yeah, it was a moment for like a week, and then I forgot.
But like
that's how the news cycle works, honey.
Yes.
People dying, you just move on.
Not people dying and just move on, man.
I'm pretty sure it's going to change the way that they like the security measures for
absolutely.
live concerts moving forward, and like even artists like I think it was Teyana Taylor. She was on tour, her little final tour, and she saw a girl in the audience. It was like, "Is she okay? Hold on, stop the music. Wait a minute."
He's
like, "We're not doing that."
Come to the front.
She was like, "Right, I'm about to retire. You're about to sue me. Come on to the front.
Okay.
Bring her to the front."
But dang, it's
so, but yeah, so it's gonna be interesting to see how they maneuver this album and how the rollout's gonna be. And in my brain, I'm like, it's Aaliyah, and I want videos, and I want to,
right.
But I don't want them to. I don't want them to do like a hologram or like a look-alike or like.
Well, I mean, they might get it, depending on how this album doing, and people want to tour. They might. I mean, I don't know. I mean,
yeah. They could also do the all animated videos like they had started doing with
They did that with
back in the 90s and 2000. Like they had animated. I think Toni Braxton had an animated piece in her video.
Really? Oh, she did.
Yeah. That was years ago though. It was like in the early 2000s. He was a man in that video, and then Aaliyah had it in her More Than a Woman, like the intro.
Yeah, I remember that.
But then like the promotion for them re-releasing Red, it had a animated promo where it was her like going to this vault. She had this red jumpsuit. It's like, and like she unlocked the vault and like let it free.
Right.
It was like a spirit or like a dove, and it went onto the thing. So if they keep that, like, I'd be here for an Aaliyah cartoon album. People doing live. People do live studio albums. People doing visual albums. Give me an Aaliyah animated feature film or something.
Well, it's depending on whoever's on that team. Because I mean, how do you feel about the uncle? Like, I don't know. People say a lot of things, but whatever. We'll see how this comes out. We're definitely gonna listen to it. And when it comes out, we'll definitely talk about it.
Right. We love your song. We definitely gonna buy it. Good night.
We're gonna buy it. Everybody's gonna buy it.
Everybody's gonna buy it. Good night.
Not good night. Anyway, I want to talk about Saucy Santana. We never really we never do talk about him, but he had an album release party because he dropped his first album, which is pretty. I mean, I'm happy for him. This is he's finally growing into him being an artist and stuff. Well, there was a couple of things that happened. For starters, there was a fight that broke out between Alexa Sky and Akbar V. They claim, Akbar V claimed to snatch Alexa Sky ponytail, but Alexa said the security guard did it by accident. It's this long-standing beef that they have. I don't know why, but they how these loving hip hop stars be. But that happened. Another thing though that I want to talk about though about the whole party thing was the fact that Santana shaded B-lovee. Now, if you're on TikTok, you know the My Love trend where the song comes on, then you do the dance, but the dance is actually to Saucy Santana's cute face and you know that.
My Everything.
Yeah, My Everything. So when the song came on, he told the DJ to stop playing it and that he already made him go viral, right? This gets a lot of attention on social media because a lot of people saying, like Santana really be putting people on. And I wanted to get your take on it. That's why I brought it up. That's why I put it in the topics because a lot of people are starting to recognize that about Saucy Santana. Like he really, he's the funny guy, but he's also like he's a good artist. But what do you think?
I would probably. Well, I'm not in Saucy Santana's position, but considering that the dance that made that song popular on TikTok is taken from one of his songs, like from one of his albums.
Yeah.
I could see how he could feel a type of way about it if that particular artist hasn't given him credit for helping him go viral. I think it's petty, but am I above doing something like that?
I could see. No, I could definitely see you doing that. Like, hey, man, turn this shit off. First of all, ain't nobody playing nothing but your music anyway. Okay.
No, I have to play music of the people that I like. That's my like my album release party. You playing my music and you playing the music that I like.
Well, see, this is also where another layer to a conversation of how like music and how music has integrated with TikTok and kind of, is it a good or bad thing?
If TikTok is shaping the sounds of tomorrow and not really, it doesn't have to be good music. It's just what's popular. So I think that TikTok and other social media platforms play a role in moving pop culture forward because of the audience that it has. And if it catches on fire, then it catches on fire. It's catchy, it's good, it's popular. Doesn't mean it's good music. It means it's good that it's resonating with people. And we've seen this before with songs that came from Instagram or TikTok that ended up on Billboard just because so many people were using the song and streaming it. And, so as a creative, I think it's a great tool, but it's no different than when artists back in the day had songs that were coming out and you would hear them in commercials all the time, or you would, they would retool them for theme songs for TV shows, or, you know what I mean? So it's just a way to better promote the song. I think that TikTok and other social media platforms kind of have like create an organic space where people either gonna mess with it or they're not. And, it's like a luck of the draw. If you win the lotto with a song that people took onto or can dance to or create something that they can connect and remember that song by, then you did well. So,
But it seems like now artists are kind of pandering to it though. Like they're trying to make songs that kind of hopefully will get these viral dance things. But it's like it kind of affects the music though, the quality of the music, which is starting to be. It's
but you can honestly dance to anything. I think you can dance. There are old songs that have popped up on TikTok now that people are doing dance challenges to. I don't think that the artists that make music for TikTok or in their brain when they're writing, like, oh, this is gonna blow on TikTok. Yeah. Sometimes they don't work that way because they all start sounding the same. Like that. Like there's only so, like that. Like the Renegade.
I have to be completely honest. Like, okay, I love Meg Thee Stallion to death, but the whole Crybaby thing with the baby and all that, like, she made that video with the intent for it to go viral on TikTok. I think I like how it was before, where it went viral by accident.
You think so? You think she made it with the intent of it going viral on TikTok?
I think so. She had a whole dance that looked TikTok-ish. Like it was like people, and people was dancing to it. People was doing the little trend to it. It didn't go nowhere, kind of, because that song just wasn't what it needed to be.
TikTok-ish. What are the TikTok-ish dances? Like where you're contained, where you're self-contained? Because I feel like when I think about TikTok dances, because usually it's one person, because you only have this amount of frame to work in, right? So everything you're doing, you have to do it.
Look at the way she's dancing on that video again, because she was dancing like it was some TikTok moves, like it was like, the weird little awkward dance, the stupid shit, like the cringe. Okay.
Well, also you have to think like she struck gold with Savage, so
yeah.
I don't think she created that. I don't think she
But
created
it was by accident. But it was by accident.
But I also think that she just has a good ear. I think that Meg has a good ear when it comes to her music, because without TikTok, I still like that song. Like, I don't think about the dances. The only song that she has that I think about the actual dance to is Savage and Body. Nothing else. I don't. And Thought Shit, maybe.
Well, see,
hands on my knees, chicken.
It was trending again because Adele, If You're Gonna Let Me Down, and then they had Body playing in the background. Like, it's still, but I think Anyway, I mean, there's not a lot of dance. There's not a lot of trending dances that's going on right now on TikTok. I mean, people are just doing right now. We're on this. It's drama. It's high school. Everybody talk about, oh, this person did this or that person did that. Go on live, argue with the person, and you get a whole bunch of followers. But it's. I mean, I don't know. I just don't want me. I hate when music changes, and it's like I miss my era of music.
Oh God, you're becoming an old person.
Yes, I'm becoming an old person.
It's like I remember back. They used to have good music back in my day.
Yes, they used to have good. Yes.
I don't know what you kids are doing now. with your TikTok clocking and Facegram and your Instabook challenges.
Instabook.
Back in my day, we just had the radio and Soul Train. Soul Train was the original TikTok because that's where you got all your dances from back then.
Yeah.
That Soul Train line. I was like, let me learn how to do that right there.
Shout, I was doing my 2-step. I can't dance.
Right. So did B-lovee respond? Did he say anything?
Oh yeah, B-lovee did respond. He said this ain't I don't got nothing against nobody. And it can go left and this, that, the third. And then Santana was like, Carisha, please. Literally, like that's what he said. But honey, don't take it personal. At the end of the day, I mean, could he have given Saucy Santana credit? Okay, fine. I mean, I guess, but it kind of reminded me of the story with the guy that looked like everybody said he looked like Jay-Z, but he did she's a runner, she's a track star.
Yeah,
invited to the video and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and he kind of helped make that thing go viral, but we know why he wasn't invited to the video. But
And I said at that time that artists aren't obligated. Like if you created a dance and went viral, thank you. I mean, I would give you credit. Like, thank you for making that dance, like and sending it into that space. But I'm not obligated to have you in my music video. I'm not obligated to have you in my canon of work just because you did a dance on TikTok. It's not your song. It's still my song.
Period.
I mean, so yeah. Well, congratulations, Santana. I hope the album does well. I don't know if is it a new album or is it the one he dropped in December? Because he dropped the album in December.
No, I think he recently this is a new album. Hold on, let me see. Let me check the dates. But yeah,
it's not Keep It Player. That's not ain't that the new album?
Yeah, it's Keep It Play. Oh yeah, it did come out December 16th. Oh Lord, Jesus.
Yeah. So I think he's been promoting that album.
Are he doing an album release party like month?
I don't know. Corona.
I mean, keep the fight.
He just needed,
keep it going, keep it going. I mean, but he got City Girls, right? He got yes, one of the City Girls. Yes, yeah.
Who got on it? JT or Carisha? Carisha got on one?
No, the City Girls is called Shisha.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, Patsy. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can't play it because legal reasons.
The City Girls, yeah. Which is good. I'm glad they finally got a song together since.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, yeah, I mean, but like you said, no one's obligated. It's until it comes natural.
Yeah, hopefully they'll do a video together. That'd be great.
Yeah, but he was in an interview talking about like how, he was in conversations with Cardi. Well, excuse me, Nicki. And then he said Cardi. I ain't gonna lie, but he's getting up there. Hopefully.
Good for him. I'm excited for him.
Yes.
Do you think
we're all gonna buy it? That's another one.
Loving music, we're all gonna buy it. Good night.
Good night. Well, speaking of that reference.
Oh God, what's going on in the universe of Real Housewives of Atlanta? Nene got a man. We talk about stuff that happened since we left.
Yes, Nene has got a couple men, right? What that young bull? Hold on.
Many words.
Oh. Yeah, it was some other dude, child. She was well. I think the first one that we seen is the one that she's with currently. But she was out with the other dude, child. I don't know.
Nyana Sella CO.
Who?
What's the other dude? Nyana Sella CO is the one that looks like a thicker version of Peter. And he has a beard and bald.
I'm gonna need you to stop. Not a thicker version of Peter. Anyway,
he makes her very happy. I don't know nothing about no young person. Now, who's the young person?
There was another person that she was out with. Like she could have been dating. Like she probably dating. I mean, hey, I mean, I gotta,
She done posted this man on her Instagram page. She got a boyfriend.
No, because see, the other man posted that picture with them, and I'm like, oh, now he being messy. Yeah, I was. That was a whole story. Hold on, let me see if it's Shade Room posts so much. You can't even catch it. But no, it was another guy. But apparently she's with that person. She's with the one that we gonna call him Thick Peter.
That's Peter's friend. Peter hooked him up.
Oh, okay.
But this say picture of Nene Leakes in bed with a different man surfaces.
Told you.
A new romance. Let me see this picture, child.
Now let me see this picture, child.
Oh, they took it down. They removed it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Nene wasn't. You gotta take this shit down.
Cease and desist, honey.
Okay.
Mess up my happiness. So she might have dated him before she decided to have a boyfriend and go pose with this man. Yeah,
they said the man wanted to be famous or
niggas is mad. Bling bling.
Bling bling bling.
Bling bling bling. Bitches is mad. So anyway, Nene deserves to be happy. So whoever she's dating, as long as she's happy.
Yeah. Period. Yeah.
So congratulations to her. But I mean, I guess big sis taught little sis.
Many words about it. They call this great.
Okay, so and that goes that segues into Portia Family Matters.
Child chaos.
What is going on that show?
Chaos.
You've been watching every episode?
Absolutely. I'm not missing nothing.
Absolutely.
I'm not missing a thing from this show.
Uh-huh.
I think her family is. This is. I feel like I'm gonna say it every week. This show is more entertaining than the entire last season of Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Y'all just keep on shitting on Atlanta.
No, I just think that, I mean, the only thing that was popping last season was the whole scandal about Bolo, which involved Portia, right? I feel like because she's now in her own story, like now we get a chance to see what her universe looks like around her. We're able to focus more on what she needs to grow in as far as and her family, like in this transition. Because when you're mixed in with a bunch of other women and their drama, like the only thing we really picked up on was that, okay, Portia was trying to do this co-parenting thing with Dennis. Were they going to get back together? Were they not going to get together? Did she still love him? Does he still love her? He still comes up to the house. He still got stuff there. But now, because she has her own show, we can see that, there's a lot of unhealed stuff happening. She's moved on, but there's something there that needs to be worked out. And I think it's within her. One thing that happened in the last episode when she was sitting with Lauren, when she missed the meditation, and she was like, you brought us together. You think you gotta fix the whole family to fit your thing. That's not the case. I need to fix you. She's like, I feel like I'm already fixed. Everything I need to, I can do it with God. It's like, no, girl, you got all these people out. You brought these people out the country to do all this spiritual work, and you thought the spiritual work was for them. No, sweetheart, this is for you. You're the one having this battle and having this contention and having this stuff. Like, this is about you and the fact that you made a choice and you have a new relationship and you're trying to make sure that your family is blended and together and on the same page. But it all starts with you. So how dare you come in here and say that, oh, I'm fixed. It's y'all that needs this, not me. I would have left. Sweetheart.
It's giving very much. What sign is she? Is giving Gemini?
I don't know. I'm like, good luck to you. Good luck to your peanut. Good luck to your hot dog, baby daddy, and good luck to Gigolo. I'm out of here. Y'all have fun. That's just me on. I was just been. You're not finna involve me in this mess. You're fixed. You came to fix me. All right, Yana.
My thing is, who is she trying? Okay, so clearly she's trying to fix what's going on between her and Dennis, and then the mother, and it's just like. I had an issue with you, like, oh, you can't have nobody over. You can't bring nobody to the trip.
Well, if you're trying to build a nuclear family, I get it. It's like you still have to be, when you have kids, like just be careful you bring my daughter around and bring my kid around, because it does have an impact on what they see. But on Dennis' defense, it's like you have a whole fiance.
And it comes off. You want to be like, you want to make him feel like a way, like, oh yeah, look at me now. But it's almost seemed like you trying to you want him to be pressed in a certain way, and it's like, why? You moved on. You're about to marry somebody.
I think it's more so kind of selfish. Like what I'm seeing is like, this is very selfish how you're moving.
Mm-hmm.
Like I wouldn't have wanted. Now, if I was on a trip or a family vacation, don't bring a date to a family vacation because we're family. We're connected by blood. So
okay.
Now, if you're in a relationship with someone, this is your girlfriend or boyfriend or whatever, y'all are dating, you're in a relationship, and this is going to be someone that's going to be around my child, I would think that I would have had a chance to at least meet them before we go out the country.
But she think it's some random girl, like it's some piece of meat,
right? But I mean, if it's not anybody that you've meant if you fail to mention to me that you're in a relationship with somebody, I'm thinking that it's not important because that means that you don't think that it's important enough to tell me who my child's gonna be around. That's a problem. That's
it comes off like they both really miss each other, and it's like, I feel like Portia and like that cousin said, I feel like Portia and Dennis, they are in love with each other. And they do toxic shit to each other to make each other mad. Like it just makes sense. This just from what I've seen. And then they got into a little altercation that's gonna be like to the next episode. But Portia, why are you putting your hands on that man? Portia started with him. Look, because look, they was leaving. You wanted to put your Portia.
No, he was running out that mouth, and then his mama. It was too much. It was 2-on-1. She said, "Go, just get up and leave." All the extra stuff. Like they both grown, but it's like, come on, just leave. You ain't gonna do all that. She was back, and she was backed up into that petition. So I mean, y'all know Portia got hands. Y'all know that she's the one that will.
Okay.
Portia will reach out and touch.
Okay. Not reach out and touch. But the cousin Storm though has been speaking out and saying that she was sexually harassed by Dennis, and that during that night they said that they got into a physical altercation as well. Like he was like hitting her or whatever, because she used to work for him at the the little hot dog spot. What's up with that? I mean, it's alleged. For someone get people was coming at me the other day on TikTok. I'm like, all right, calm down. With the whole Andy Cohen thing, I'm like, okay, it was alleged.
Who Storm said that?
Storm said,
came at you?
No, she didn't. No, she didn't come at me. No, I'm saying Storm came at Dennis saying that he allegedly sexually harassed her.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I mean it's a lot. It's a lot that's going on with this show.
Yeah, and I'm gonna keep watching.
Yeah. I'm gonna be there every Sunday.
I'm not gonna miss a thing,
honey. But they said things is brewing on RHOA.
Yes, Marlo got her peach for real. Like she just did the Bravo Insider. She got her peach. They did a little mini clip thing about the day that she found out, and they surprised her. And I'm excited for Marlo to be able to share more of her story, and I'm really now interested to see who the villain is going to be on this next season, because everybody gets that villain filter, right? Like you have to have a antagonist. I mean, she's been in therapy, so she may be better. But I don't think so. I think that Kenya understands the business, and like she said that from the beginning, she understands how the business works, and she's gonna shake shit up. I think there's gonna be a clawing to the top to be the queen of Real Housewives of Atlanta, and I think between her, Candy, and
her and who?
Yeah, her and Candy,
Candy on the chopping block.
And Marlo, maybe, we'll see who's going to arrive to be who's going to, lead the girls.
Well, Sheree is coming back. Sheree got to pay for that shout. Sheree got to pay for shout out Sheree.
Okay.
Spring, summer.
Neverland.
Spring,
summer. Visit. Sticks. Sticks and dirt.
No, it was really when Phaedra was like, a lot of sand. I went there, it was a lot of sand and dirt. There's no trespassing sign on there. Should have been. Like, yo, Sheree was petty as hell. I mean, I think this might be a real interesting season. Like, I think a lot of people, okay, yes, we get it. Nene's not there.
Who's Sheree gonna film with?
Sheree,
we can't even see her boyfriend because he's gonna go back to jail. He be done violated probation because he can't leave the state.
Ooh, they might do another virtual reunion too, because this damn Florona and whatever the hell is going on. I hope not.
I mean, they did an in-person one for Potomac. They're gonna do an in-person one for they're shooting right now an in-person one for Salt Lake City. So they should be able to do a reunion. I mean, the reunion for them is gonna be months from now. Like,
right, we might be over this shit. I'm not gonna
right. We'll either be over it or we'll be on lockdown. It's only 2 hours.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, it's possible that we might go on lockdown, but Biden doesn't seem like he wants to shut down this country.
I mean, that'd be bad for midterm elections. It'd be bad for his re-election bid if he's still alive. Like,
not if he's still. I'm done with you. You was still on that. Like, Kamala might be our president soon.
I mean, she very well might be. And he said out of his own mouth, he was like, if I'm healthy enough, then I'll run again. And we just like, sir, you'll be 88, like almost 90 years old, bro. Like, just go home. Like, go home.
Not go home.
No shade to the elders, but like, running a country is a lot of pressure. And,
Yeah. So
I think that our presidents need to be between the ages of 40 and 55. And that's it. And these old ass men in the Senate, like, do your term. You get 2-term max and then you got to go home. This holding on to power for 40 years is just too much. Like, the country is not going to be able to change and shift and stay up to pace or to lead the world with all these old antiquated ideas that at this point don't even matter anymore. Like, girl, the world is moving. You cannot be coming here with these 1970s principles and creating legislation based off of how people felt back in the good old days, because wasn't nothing good about those days either. So, but yeah, in any case, what were we talking about? The reunion. Yeah, we hope they have it.
Yeah, we done.
We just hope the country's alive.
We done got political on the hoes.
We just hope the country's alive and well so that we can get the reunions that we deserve. Exactly. Speaking of reunions, were you a fan of the Haves and Have-Nots?
No.
So you didn't watch the finale?
I didn't. I mean, I knew it was a reunion. I seen some of it because my parents watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about
you should ask your mom how she felt about the finale. Tyler Perry killed everybody.
Yeah, I mean, that's what they said. That's what they told me. I was like, oh wow. I mean, that's how you go out with a bang.
Literally, killed everybody except him.
So you watched Have and Have-Nots?
I didn't. I watched the first season and I stopped watching.
Yeah,
but I did watch the finale, and
I tried to watch Sisters, but it's too. I don't know, something about his stuff now. We've been talking about this before.
He needs help.
He needs help. He needs writers. He needs writers.
Help him.
Help, please. But I mean, I think that's all that we have for today.
My chest.
Oh,
well, yeah, but before we get off this thing, make sure that you guys go follow me on Bigo. You can download the Bigo app for free in the Google Play Store or the iOS App Store. It's Prince Derek Dahl. I'm there daily doing live streams, doing affirmations. I'm doing story time. We're networking internationally. So make sure you follow me on that platform. And tell Instagram to bring my page back because I got shit to promote. Period.
And with that being said, I hope you've enjoyed this episode. Your host, Darren Green. This is the Darren Green Show, signing out.